I just wanted to start off, as I did with MCPS, with thanking you for the great participation that we had when it came to our budget forums that we held throughout the county. It was a great opportunity, I think, for folks to not only learn about the MCPS budget, but even more importantly, to learn about the great work that's going on with Montgomery College, something that unfortunately not a lot of our community really understands. They hear about some of the great things that are going on there, but don't really know about how impactful they are for our community and how much we really work in partnership and tandem together, and how we're truly meeting the needs of our residents through the great work that's being done at Montgomery College.
We are providing access to the ladder of opportunity. As an institution, we serve those students who would not have opportunities elsewhere, and we do it with great grace, dignity, and pride. And I think that's an important point to make. We need your help, though. And I think these are shared priorities that we have for the county and advance the county. The county executive's recommendation of a $3 million increase to our budget is inadequate for us as an institution. In particular, it does not cover our salary enhancements that we have for our employees. Before we submitted our budget to the county executive and to you, several things we did in-house. First of all, we cut $6 million from our budget. We went through an in-house reconciliation process and cut and to prove efficiencies there. We've asked our students to do more. We've asked them to cover a fair share by having a $3 tuition, $3 per credit hour tuition increase. That was in the budget that we recommended. We put the remaining of our fund balance to work because we knew that this is a difficult time for the county. And we also agreed to, I think, very reasonable, ground-breaking and forward-thinking compensation packages for our employees with very sensible benefit packages. In fact, continue to be one of the leaders in the county as it relates to benefits packages. And finally, we only put forward a few initiatives that we think that are really advancing the county's agenda as it relates to workforce development, economic development, and closing the achievement gap.
Right now, we might be experiencing decreasing enrollment. One of the things that I always caution is that the folks that then are there are some of the folks that need it the most. And so my concern has always been, and we see that through the rising Pell Grant, as well as the rising applications for tuition assistance to the tune of 70%. That says that we're now serving through Montgomery College some of our neediest in our community. And so while the numbers might not be as great, let's say that overall top line number, the services and the needs that they have are most likely greater.
Understanding that, yes, things are tough, but the reality is that at some point we're going to have to wrap our heads around certain priorities. You know, I've already, I think, thought through the notion that, I know there are some colleagues who have some ideas about, reducing things like the fuel energy tax. I don't think this is the year for us to do that because of situations like these. And so it seems to me that, we need to make a decision around what are our specific priorities, and given the history and the behavior of this institution, it seems to me that, yes, we should go ahead and place this $10.9 million on the reconciliation list.
I do think the county's got adequate reserves to back up, and that I would rather be trying to deal with people than put the money in the reserves if I know I can back it up from someplace else.
We're trying to make sure that we can protect policy goals while at the same time ensuring that we're trying to do what we need to when it comes to funding priorities. We do have time to revisit, but it seems as though for right now what we're going to do is place 4 tranches on the reconciliation list. So I just want to restate this for the record. The first 3 are in the amount of $3 million, and the fourth is $1.9 million. The assumptions for the fund balance are an appropriation of $1.1 million above, so that leaves their fund balance at the policy amount of $3.5 million.